Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Barbara, and if you do know me, you know that I have recently, or most recently, the type of videos that I have been doing were videos where I showed me planning, plan with me, or go through the week with me as I plan my day in my planner, whatever kind of planner that I may have, astrology or a Lordsturm or whatever planner that I have. But I haven't been posting videos lately because I have been going through some changes, both personally, professionally, and in my family. And I thought that I would come and kind of tell you a little bit about it. And some things to expect from me. So what you don't maybe have known is that I have decided, have made a decision, talking with my husband and my family, but definitely my husband, that y'all, guess what? I am going to try to write a book. I know, it kind of gets me too. I have never thought that I would do this, but I am going to write a book, and I'm really excited about it. I'm in the process of finishing up my first book and writing my second one, and I would like to take you all on this journey with me. Hopefully, I'll do my best. This is something that's new to me with this. So what I'm doing is kind of using this video. I've seen some other videos of kind of like author blogs or author tube where someone tells them about it. But what I haven't seen is a lot of I haven't seen a lot of writers or authors that are my age. I'm in my 50s. I'm in my early 50s, and I haven't seen a lot of those. So I really hope that some of my more mature my mature watchers will enjoy this and this process, and that I'm in my 50s. I'm making a career kind of change move, and where my life direction is going to be going, and it's a little bit intimidating, but I'm stepping out on faith, knowing that whatever door has closed on me in the past, there is definitely a window and many other doors that are opening to me, because I definitely know that God has my best interest in his heart. So what I'm going to do is I've got some questions and I've made some notes, and I'm going to go through and answer some questions. It's kind of like I've watched some videos in AuthorTube. If you may not watch those, but so it's kind of like to get to know you. So I'm going to read these questions, and I've got some notes. So y'all bear with me. So here we go. So the first question is, what made you want to start writing? And honestly, I've written on and off my whole life. I've always had a love of books. When I was younger, I used to hide from my mom and dad and write books, read books, and I have loved books even before this even came to me. If you all see another video, I have a tattoo that I got last year, a year and a half ago. You may or may not be able to see it, but I have a video about me getting my tattoo after 50. But this is a quote from one of my favorite books from Wilbur and Charlotte, from the book Charlotte's Web. And so I have always had a love of reading books, and I have journaled on and off for years. I've kept a journal of my life, of things that's going on, my feelings, and things like that. But just to kind of condense things a little bit, because I don't want this video to be too long. As far as my writing, I did at one point for my church. I was like the editor of a newsletter or a newspaper that we had at our church. We had it maybe for a few years at our church, and I was the editor for it. And I think I was a little bit more than the editor. I pretty much wrote all of the articles in the newspaper, and except for the ones that my pastor wrote. And I thank her for that opportunity. It really kind of got my love of writing going even more. So I did that for a little while, and Of course, if you all don't know, I am a nurse. I'm a registered nurse, and I still am a nurse. I'm just not working at that time at this time as a nurse. But you all know we had the pandemic that happened in 2019, and and to 20 and 21 and 22. And so, I was working in the hospital at that time. Now, I was not working full time, but, and I was thankful that I wasn't, but, I was at the hospital when the pandemic came out and when people were coming in 2019 and 2020. And the ward that I worked on was assigned as where people who were positive with COVID-19 or the coronavirus was on, where we took care of that. So 100% of the patients that I took care of were positive with the virus. And even though was working on a part-time basis, going to the hospital and caring for people who had, were infected with the virus, it took a toll on me emotionally. It was challenging. It was more at work, at work. I was at work, and goodness, I looked like I worked in a hazmat suit, and everyone did. And my coworkers, I felt for them because they were there full time. Just I could see the bleeding on their ears and their mouths from the mask, and we had to wear two masks. It was just, I won't go much into it, but it was a challenging time. But to get through that, I started writing. Just because I just needed an emotional outlet from everything that was going on in reality during that time. So I actually started back writing, and I started writing. I was like, let me just start writing like a book. So I'm going to just write a book, but I just really just started writing. And up until, about 2001, I was writing just to help myself with my emotional and spiritual and mental health. And I let go of that job at the hospital, and I got another job, still as a nurse, but as a case manager with an insurance company. So I stopped writing because, of course, when you're in a new position, you have to do a lot of learning. There's a lot of that you have to do, and it was a full-time position, so I put that aside. I didn't even think about writing anymore. I had written, actually at that time, I had written over 10,000 words of a book, but I'm in my job, and I'm enjoying working as a case manager. I had worked as a case manager before, helping when I worked at the military reservation. I worked as a case manager, helping the soldiers that were coming from Iraq and Afghanistan. And so I had enjoyed that. It was very fulfilling. So this was a different type of working for a commercial insurance agency as a case manager, a little bit different, but still just as fulfilling, helping people navigate the challenges of healthcare. And but what I was going on in my own family is that my mom and dad, if you watch my planner videos, they have some of their own health concerns. And so I was working full time, and with my supervisors, they did their best to try to work with me by having me work on Saturdays. So I had more days off during the week because my parents were having more and more appointments. They were having more and more health concerns. And but then things changed, and it was difficult to accommodate. And so I asked, maybe I could just go part-time, because I really felt in my spirit that I wanted to be there for my family, because it's not just my parents. They have multiple health concerns, but my husband and I have two grown daughters. We have four grown grandsons, and we have a great granddaughter. And so trying to navigate that home life, personal relationship, I was struggling. It was finding challenging. So speak with my husband and more. In September, talking with him, we made a decision that I was going to go ahead and quit my job. So, I didn't want to quit my job. I really loved it. I love working in case management. I love helping people, but I had to look after my own psyche, and feeling like I was putting my family on the back burner was not working well with my mental health and my spiritual health. So I feel like I'm talking a lot. This is one question, but so in September, I turned in my reservation, not reservation, what is it called? Resignation to my job with the insurance agency, and and said goodbye in September of 2024, and I had no plans to do anything, y'all. I was like, well, maybe I can find a part-time position, in nursing, because that's what I am. I'm a nurse. I find a part-time position in nursing that still allows me to have some flexibility to take care of the things that I want to take care of. Well, while I was looking for that, I'm going through my computer and I find this manuscript that I had written back in 2020, 2021, so 3 years prior. And I was like, you know what? I started reading. I was like, well, maybe this can be something. So I started talking with my husband. I said, you know what? I was like, I think I'm going to see if I can go from writing to be an author. And y'all, that's kind of what happened. So I started looking up, doing some research on how to become a published author. And so y'all are going to go on with me if you choose to continue to watch this channel to see me go from being a writer to an author. So, this is where I am. Okay, so, and y'all, excuse me, I have been fighting sickness and a cold, so my voice is hoarse. It's been hoarse for weeks. I'm not going to go into it, but I have been really sick on and off for the past maybe 4 weeks. But, sorry, I'm kind of hoarse. But, so the next question is, what type of genre am I going to be writing? So what's the genre I was gonna write? So basically, I'm going to write fiction. I do like reading fiction. I read, and when I say write and when I say read, I put read because I love audiobooks as well. So I listen to and I read nonfiction as well. But I do like the fiction because I like the escape that fiction affords me. So it will be fiction. I'm also I love romance because I'm a romance lady at heart. So it will be a fictional romance, and it's going to be with Christian and faith based themes because that's what I'm familiar with. So I am looking into the genre of Christian inspirational romance fiction. So that's what I will be writing. Hope to be publishing. So the next question is what's your biggest writing struggle? What is my biggest writing struggle? Well, I haven't been doing this long. It's I started like in September and now it's March. But for now, my biggest writing struggle is still finding the balance between my life and work, because now I am considering what I do work. So I still, my parents' health concerns are still there. I still have my grown children, our grown children, our grandchildren, and our great granddaughter. So still the struggle is finding time to write and also trying to make that work, life, family, spiritual balance, mental health balance as well, getting the rest that I need, which I know is why I've been continuously being on and off sick. I'm not getting the rest that I need. But so that's my biggest struggle, is finding the balance, which I'm sure a lot of people struggle with, getting that work life, personal life, spiritual life, family life, health life balance, to try to make sure that you're your best self. So no different balance. It's still the struggle. But I am still very hopeful. The next question is how long does it take you to write a book? I don't know, because I haven't written a book yet, so I don't actually know how long it takes to write a book. The first book, like I said, I started in 2001. I had written about 10,000 pages. I saw it again in September of 2024, looked over it, tried to refine it, do it with doing research, and I think I kind of finished it up in February maybe. And so, now I'm still going through what's called editing and refining and all of that good stuff. So it's not even finished yet. So I don't know how long it takes to write a book. I'm sure I'm sure it's different for everyone, and depending on what's going on in your life, you have to take breaks, you have to stop every so often, you have to take care of things that are going on. So I don't really have a concrete kind of timetable to answer that question. The next question is how do you find time to write, and what is the best time of day for you to write? How do I find time to write? Well, at this point, I write whenever I can. Sometimes I do like to go to the gym. I'm doing my best. I haven't been in the past few weeks. Like I said, I've been fighting some sickness, some illness. But my usual schedule is to try to go to the gym 3 days a week, and I go with my brother and my husband, and we go there we try to meet up between 7 and 7:30 and go to the gym. So I am a morning person, and I wake up naturally without any alarm clock. I wake up about between 3:30 and 5:30. It just depends on the time of day. So between 3:30 and 5:30 is my natural time to wake up. So I wake up, and I do wake up, and I do, I still do my Bible reading. I do devotion time. I spend some time just getting my head together, and then I go to the gym, come back and get cleaned up and do whatever I need to do. And then I'll find some hours to write. And I usually stay kind of like a job until about 6 o'clock in the evening. That being said, that's a perfect day, but there's still appointments. My parents, between myself, my parents, and things that are going on. There are things going on almost every day of the week. And I say a weekday, I mean Monday through Friday. So and some things are going on Saturdays, but as far as appointments, there's something going on almost every day. And between my husband, myself, my daughter, my nephew, and my brother, we are doing our best to try to, get that going with getting my parents what they need, getting their medicines. Plus, we all have our own appointments and situations. So, I'm thankful I don't have any small children that live with us, so I've got that. But really, I don't have a set time. I know that a lot of authors or writers they get up and do this, but I just write basically when I find some time in the day. What is my publishing path? That's the next question. What is my publishing path? Am I going to be self-published, traditional publishing, hybrid, or I haven't decided, or I'm just writing for fun? Well, I can tell you right now, I am not just writing for fun. I am hoping to make some sales and to hopefully, make some money and make a living off of writing. I know that's not going to happen anytime soon, that there's going to take some time for that to happen over the course of writing books. But I do plan to self-publish. For now, my plan is to self-publish. So I will be doing finding research on what I can in order to self-publish my own book. So I am doing that now. Right now, I am in the middle of taking, I don't know if you've heard of, her name is Sarra, and she has a channel called Heart Breathings, and I am in her Publish and Thrive course right now. And I'll try to remember to leave her channel linked on the bottom in the description box. But I'm in that course to try to find out what are things that I can do in order for myself to be more successful as a writer turning to be an author. So yes, I'm planning on, right now, my path is to self-publish. Where is your channel going now? Well, if you all look back, I had to write this because I had to look it up. Where is my channel going to go? And I started on YouTube in 2011. So that is over 10 years, going on 14 years, if I'm doing that, or 13 years. 14 years I have been part of YouTube, and I posted my first video in 2013. So that was my first video. I did, if you all look back on it, as you can see, I look a lot different than I do now. And, things were a lot different as far as YouTube. And I don't even remember what I was doing, just doing my best with cameras and all this. I think I didn't even have it was a lot different back then, if any of you were posting videos back then. But so I posted my first video on YouTube, and I was doing hair videos. If you know, my hair was not gray then. It was dark, it was black, and I had, you know, went through where I had cut all my hair off from natural. I had gone from being a relaxed, for people who know, my hair was chemically processed, and so I had cut all, I mean, when I say I cut it all off, my hair was like an inch long. And I started making videos as it grew out, because I wasn't comfortable with having, you know, my hair just, I don't even hardly have any pictures of my hair that short. And I wanted to make videos because it was something that was new for me. And so I made hair videos. And then what did I do next? I started doing inspirational videos. That's right. I was posting inspirational videos, doing devotionals, you know, talking about God, who's still very much a part of my life. But I was making videos about that to share my love of Jesus Christ through YouTube, because it's a wonderful platform to share with other people with who and what you love, and I love the Lord. So I did a lot of videos where I talked about devotionals, teachings that I was doing, because I was an active Sunday school teacher. I also showed where I did soaps, where I was writing out how I found words. I forgot what it's called, word mapping with scriptures, and so I did all of that for a little while. And then I post some family videos, because I feel like posting your videos on YouTube are ways to be able to go back in history, and it's easy to look at and say, hey, this is what we did. And I have little snippets that we can look back as a family that's always going to be there. And so, you know, I post things about my family as well. Where I feel like this is going to go is right now. You know, my daughter asked me, are you going to do a new channel? Are you going to, and I thought, you know what, I should do a new channel. But then I thought, you know what, no, I won't. I am going to keep the channel that I have, because for one thing, I am not the same person that I was a few years ago, a few years before that. We all are constantly evolving. It would be very sad if we never changed, if we were the same that we were 5, 10, 15 years ago. I'm at different season of my life, and I like being able to look back, and I'm thankful for this platform of YouTube that has categorized all of my, you know, that time in videos that I can go back and see how I have grown or changed as a person. Hopefully I've grown as a person. So I am not making a new channel. I'll probably change the name of this channel, but I'm not making a new channel because I like the history that it has. And, you know, of course, if you'd like to go back and look at it, at what I used to do, please feel free. And I know as far as the algorithm, it probably says that I should get a new channel, but, you know, not everything is about an algorithm. So, yeah, I'm just going to keep this channel and probably change the name. So I think that's it as far as the questions. I didn't have a whole lot of questions. And like I said, I'm 50 plus. I'm 50 plus. I'm in my mid 50s. You know, I would love to see more people like me, men and women of color who are in their 50s, because a lot of the times when I have been looking up a lot of authors or writers who are writing books, it's a lot of, you know, 20s and their 30s, which I think is awesome. It's great to see that we have people who are just having dreams and reaching for them. But I also want to see some people like me who have making a change in their life after being established in certain pathways throughout their lives, and now making a change. And it's a little scary, but I'm going to step out on faith that I'm going to be taken care of no matter what happens. But I hope that you enjoy this. I'll try to make some more videos. I don't know how often I'll make them, because again, like I said, I have not been making videos because I have been a lot of time. But I'll try to make a video to let you see kind of what I've been doing, what to expect, what are some of the goals that I'm making. You know, we'll see how it goes. But I want to thank you for making it this far and for watching me this far. And I look forward to seeing you next time. But until then, love on each other and take care. Bye-bye.